Hi everyone, I'm doing an art journal page today. In this art journal that I made from borrowing a 12 by 12 paper, I made a video so you can check it out if you are interested. And for each page I put all kinds of stuff attached, so it would be a jump start for the page or just a suggestion, or I can use it or I can't. So I have these butterflies here that I'm thinking of using on this page, and they are very vibrant. We'll see if I will use them or not. I'm starting this page with, already have here white acrylic paint and turquoise. I like the details I have here. They are they will add to the background, but I don't want them so apparent on the page, so I want to push it back. I'm going to take a baby wipe with the white and go over the page. Now this particular white acrylic paint is not that good, so I need to change it. Let's see, maybe this one. I'm using the baby wipe so I will get transparency on the page. Now it pushes back what I have here. It's toning it down. I'm going to use also the turquoise. As you can see here, I've managed to get some turquoise on my page while I was doing some other page. So this is working, just pushing it back, all the details. I want also to add the turquoise, and I think I'm gonna put it, I don't know, let's see. I'm just taking a little bit. Gonna put some here, and I'm trying to blend it into the rest of the background. I don't want a harsh line in between. And I'm just spreading it around, just a hint. Okay, now I want a little bit of, I've got this golden brown. Let's see, I think I'm gonna smear it here. Yeah, not overly planned, just something I thought of doing, and we'll see how it goes. Just adding a little bit. Again, I've got hints of the turquoise here, and now I've got hints of this yellowish brown. I think it's more ochre on this side, so yeah. Okay, starting to like it. Maybe just a little bit more towards the edges so it would be darker. Probably should have put something underneath to protect the other pages. That's how I get mess. Okay, just changing for a piece that is a little bit cleaner so I can go and add a little bit of the turquoise towards the edges like I've done here, so it's darker. Okay, that looks fine. Well, again, just adding a little bit more hint of the turquoise in several places and smudging it. Okay, so this is good. Now I want to stencil, but I still want it to be part of the background. This is not my focal point or anything. I am really wanting to do some sunflowers, so I've picked what I have, and I'm thinking that I will use this color, and I've got another color. I've got just yellow. Now I hope it will work. These craft paint are not opaque, so I am hoping it will work in terms of adding details to the background without being overwhelming on the page. So let's start. I'm thinking of doing the sunflowers here on this side, and I'm taking a makeup sponge and just starting to stencil the sunflower. I'm taking now the yellow because that's how I do all this my stenciling. I like to change color. I don't like it to be flat solid color. I'm also going to take from the white and add a little bit until it blends with the rest, like so. And now again I'm just going to stencil away more sunflowers, mostly in this area, and I know you can hardly distinguish between the two sunflowers. I don't care. Maybe if I will want later on, I will add a contour line, but right now I just want to put a lot of sunflowers here. Okay, let's see. Dabbing the excess, trying to still use this awful white paint that is almost transparent. If not, I'll just throw it away. Just another thing from that I bought at the cheap store. Okay, let's see. Doing more here. Mostly where I have the turquoise, I'm adding more sunflowers. Oops. I'm just playing with the stencil and we'll see. As I said, it wasn't overly planned. Okay. just a hint of it. And okay, so I want one sunflower very distinct here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some gesso on first, so it will pop on the page. Okay, some gesso. I've got too much going on here. Okay, so I've got this sunflower. Let's put it like this, and I'm taking the gesso and starting to stencil. I'm gonna do, I think, another layer just to make sure I have a good base. I didn't clean my sponge, I didn't change it, I don't care. Okay, just until I've got a nice layer of the gesso. More, it's still a little bit more too yellowish. Of course I'm going to put yellow on top, but I want the good base of the gesso, because then it looks more, I don't know how to call it, luminescent on the page. That's the best explanation I can give you. That's why I continue to add more and more gesso. And I think for this sunflower that I want to be more visible on the page and not part of the background, I need to change the shade of the yellow and that I'm going to use. And I'm also thinking that maybe I need to bring some orange into the mix. Okay, so I've got a nice base here. I need this to be completely dry before I attempt anything. And I'm not sure what goes here. Maybe leaves, some leaves going like this. I need to find some stencil that will do the trick. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back and I've got some orange, yellow and brown. I'm going to align it again. And I'm going to put the brown here in the middle for the seeds. And so let's start with this. Again, dabbing excess. Now it's very small, don't know what to call it, holes, so I'm not really expecting too much of it, but I'm going to put it nonetheless. I'm pushing it in, hoping for something. Later I will add details if I want to. And now I'm moving to this orange color, and I'm starting to go like this around the middle. And I'm switching to the yellow and just going around. Once again, didn't change the sponge, didn't clean it or anything. I like getting all shades in between the colors that I've picked. Okay. Oh, I like it. Now I think I will later on do a contour line. We'll see. So, as I said, I wanted some leaves here. So I picked this stencil, and I was going to do the leaves with this turquoise, like I've done here, the yellow on top of the turquoise. So just switching. And when I looked at it, I really liked, you see I have leftover a green paint here. I really liked how it looked on the page, so I'm thinking of doing it with greens. And because I want it part of mostly of the background and not too much in your face, so what I'm thinking is using distress inks. If it doesn't work, then I will go over with acrylic paint. I've picked this forest moss, and I've got also crushed olive, and we'll see. I'm going to take this kind of makeup sponge. I like it because it's round. It's helping me do more blended look and more soft look in the background. Another way to go about it is with this kind of makeup brush. So however you like, and I'm going to start with this. I don't know how it would look. I'm starting very gently because I can always add, I can't subtract. And I'm turning my sponge as I go. It helps to get a nice look. Maybe I will also use the turquoise, but I think that this is going to be in the background. Let's see how this color looks. Ooh, also nice. Yeah. So because it's soft, I can switch in between, and it would be part of the background in the back, and I can layer on top of it more. So I'm switching between colors. Again, stenciling not with one color. Added interest, but it's kind of like you don't see the stem, so it's like just some leaves scattered on the page. I need to align it again and see what I can do about it. It didn't, not everything got stenciled. Okay, so I'm going to just continue working on it, and I'll be back. Okay, so I kept stenciling, and still I had floating leaves on the page. So what I've done, I just took a felt pen and connected the leaves. I don't really care. It's still, this is part of the background. I'm going to stencil more here, but before I do that, I remembered I had a sunflower stamp, and I'm thinking of just spreading it around. I'm going to use this fossilized amber distress ink and just go randomly stamping, and I'm not sure how much of it will take. I'm just putting it, you can hardly see it. I'm even thinking of using the crushed olive color to do this. right now I'm just going to put some of the fossilized amber, the yellow, really can't, you can hardly see it. So I'm switching to crushed olive and just going to, again, just stamp it randomly. It's just part of details in the background that adds to the whole. Yeah, I think I'm just this is it. Okay, so the things that I want here now, I'm going to I'm just moving it so I won't get into my paint. I'm now going to use the turquoise and just maybe add a little bit of green. Let's try. I'm putting down a little bit of green here and we'll see where it gets me. So I'm taking a little bit of green and a little bit of the turquoise, dabbing away the excess and starting to stamp. Not to stamp, to stencil. Not sure if I picked the right stencil, because the little details just don't take. But once again, if I feel it needs more definition, I can always go in with all kinds of markers, if it's felt pens or other kinds of markers, just to make it more defined. Let's hope for the best. I think I'll add a little bit of white. It's getting there, but it's not there. Definitely will need the help of some markers. Yeah. Maybe just let it be a... Nope. Not going to. I need more. I definitely need more, and I'm just going to do it, and whatever will be. Until I'll get there. That's better. Yeah, it looks like a mess, but that's okay by me. I'm just going to let this dry, and then I'm going to do some more stamps and less floating leaves on the page. Okay, let's see if my butterflies that were at the start of this page will work here. Mostly the ones that have a hint of the turquoise on them. something like that. And I'm thinking of adding some details to the butterflies, not leaving them as is. And I need to again fetch some marker and go and make it more defined. Let's see. This is gel roll pens, and I was thinking of using them only because they have a fine tip that will that can work around, and I'm not sure. I don't think I have a color that will work here. At least I don't think so. I can go, well, I can go very bold, like doing some greenish turquoise color around here. Let's go for it. What's the worst that could happen? I'm just going to do this. Yeah. So I've got some work cut out for me here, going around all the shapes, and I will use the same gel roll pen to go over the details here, and then find something to add to the butterflies. I'll be back. Okay, I'm finished with this. Now I'm moving to the butterflies, and I decided to just add some splatter on top of them. I still have the yellow here, so I'm taking a fan brush with water. For a good splatter, you need to thin down the acrylic paint. And just splatter away, make a mess, as usual. A little bit more water. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry, and now let's see. I wanted to put here a word. I wanted the word shine here, and I'm going to do this, I think, once again with the gesso first, and then I'll see what color do I want. So I still got gesso here. Maybe add a little bit of this yellow. If not, I will just go over it. And do a contour line, of course, just to make it more visible, more defined. Taking from the white acrylic paint just so I can see what I'm doing with all I've got here in the back. Yeah, definitely needs some defining, and I really was hoping for yellow and white, but now I'm thinking I need to go with dark color and not with light color. Okay, I'm going to leave this dry. I will wait for the butterflies to dry, and I'll be back. I'm back, almost finished. I decided to just go with 3 butterflies, as you can see. Took a while until I decided on the placement, and the word shine, I just went with a darker turquoise to stencil it. Decided not to go with contour line, just leaving it be. It doesn't need to be more noticeable on the page. And now I'm just taking a little bit of the brown paint with a makeup sponge, and I'm going around my page to darken the edges. That's it, that's the finishing line for me. I was really tempted to add more butterflies, but it was a little bit too crowded on the page, so I'm just going to leave it be. So here it is, that's my page. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for leaving me comments down below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.